Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Come to you live from our comfy couch here in the outskirts of the internet. This is the Gaming Saloon Reviews for November 20th, 2022, with your host, Speaker2448, and wrap it up, Salon. We have more Hibiki to talk about.
Yeah, and now I think the show finally decided to get its footing.
Damn. 20 episodes in! It only took 20 episodes.
I feel like last week's batch might have been the start of it, but this one, it really felt like, yep, this is what we needed the show to be.
So I guess we're still going with Hibiki.
Yeah, for now.
That's fine.
Watch this be legitimately 3 more weeks and then we're done with it.
I mean, the staff change still looms over our heads.
Hence why I say watch this be like 3 more weeks and then we're just done.
Yeah. But yeah, before we talk Hibiki, folks, did you get to catch the geeks?
I did.
How'd you feel about that twist?
I mean, I get the feeling we've got a lot at play.
Yeah.
And I'm also getting this weird feeling that your thought is right, but for the wrong DGP.
Oh. Geets is gonna lose this one.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Because they're wanting to lean that hard on he can't be a staff member.
Yeah, and
so I feel like this is gonna turn into, we're gonna see him lose. He's not gonna be picked to be in the next one, which is gonna put everyone in that whole, what we normally have, the rider dying phase of uh-oh. But
wait,
I get the funny feeling that, you know, we've done seen that simply touching the driver is enough to restore memories.
Yeah.
What happens when he runs across a driver from a dead player and touches it?
I'm pretty sure that's what's happening next week with Tycoon. He's just gonna get Grandpa's driver, and his ID core is gonna get just poof in his hands. Like, well, I guess I'm back now.
We're setting this up a little too easy, and I think we're fixing to see it early for it to then play out proper, kind of deal.
Well, here's the thing. Did your subs translate the rest of his cards? His desire cards?
No.
Okay, I have news for you on that one, and I will pull up my copy of it, because mine did. And there's a very specific one that kind of negates what you're thinking. I'm pretty sure. Because we see 4 of them. One of them is unreadable at the end of it, because you can't see the rest of the text. But the other 3 say, a world where the staff of the Desire Grand Prix becomes my family. That was our last one. A world where I'm a superstar. One before that. But then there's one that says, a world where I join the Desire Grand Prix until the day I die.
Oh, well, there it is.
Yep.
He's gonna die. And then
He
we're
literally
gonna find
has to die in order to not be in a Desire Grand Prix anymore.
Yep, there it is. There's our obligatory rider death. It is literally spelled in the cards.
Yep. And then the one you can't fully read says, a world where I can comfortably live, and then W, and I think it's an A. Or E. It's hard to tell. So I don't know what that one says. So yeah, he literally has to die to not be in a Desire Grand Prix anymore. But we have now found out that
that does not. That actually still does not blow my idea away.
Right.
Because we have a loophole. We have to assume that Nago's desire is still what it was.
Mm-hmm.
There's a reason they've been doing a lot of scenes with Geats and Nago together.
Right.
That's how he's coming back.
That would not surprise me if that's his backup plan.
But because he died, it will nullify the desire he had of being in it until he dies.
Mm-hmm.
Meaning he can't regain the memories unless something happens.
Right. But
they're gonna play tricky with this one intentionally. But we've pretty much just seen, yeah, he's gonna die.
But we now have confirmation that there are limits to the wishes. So we know he tried, but it didn't work. And that must be why he's trying to get inside the Desire Grand Prix to figure out why.
Little does he know, he already has Papa Game Master right there with him.
He fucking knows that, I'm sure.
Why do I feel like he does, but he's playing it like he doesn't?
Because that's his game. That's always his game. The man's entire life is just to play dumb forever until someone calls him out on it.
You're not wrong.
But we find that out, and then the fun twist thing is, oh, the Desire Grand Prix staff grow the Yamato in these very creepy baby things using broken ID cores? Which might explain why this episode we have several Yamato turn into riders-ish, I guess?
Yeah, you caught that one too.
Mm-hmm.
Uh-huh.
But yeah, I'm pulling up the scene with the bag of broken ID cores real quick. Because I think I recognized a couple of them that are in there. Yeah, I'm pretty sure one of those is the one we've seen Buffa's friend have on in the behind-the-scenes photo. I don't know if it's confirmed it's his, but it looks like his. I'm pretty sure one of those is Dapon's or Shiro's. It might just be Shiro's. Yeah, it has to be Shiro's because Dapon's in crack, right?
I mean, I have to wonder if the true dead ones, if they all actually do crack.
Well, let me look up something.
Because we know the ones that got classified as retired did not.
Mm-hmm. Oh, it's Shiro's that I'm seeing. Because it's white with, and it looks like a little bit of blue. Dapon's is white with black. So this is Shiro's ID core here. I don't see letters because I don't see the color. Yeah, one of the ones we prominently see is the one that Buffa's friend had. So presumably that is definitively his ID core. That's not just a thing they slotted in there, no, which probably is supposed to be his because we're seeing it up front. Oh, G-Pins is also here. So this is definitely all the dead riders. Because I would assume, because those three are prominent in facing the camera. The rest of them are kind of obscured. So I think that's supposed to tell us that, yes, all the actually dead riders are, these is where their ID cores went. I would assume that's what it's telling us, what the show's telling us.
Yeah, I would have to think so.
But yeah, really good episode still. God, the jackpot rise buckle, like the form it gives, I'm still a little disappointed because it's not a whole lot to it. It's just boost, yellow eye color, and gold scarf. And that's different for all of the riders. Or the gold scarf thing is different for each of the riders, but I do have to give them credit for coming up with a budget-friendly upgrade. Because apparently Kamen comes out in, 2 weeks or so. Anything else, I guess, on Keats?
Nah.
Alright. I think that was everything I noticed. Yeah, that was everything I noticed. Oh, except the other thing of, by the way, when your memories get erased, so does your desire, literally. So...
Which is a little screwed up.
Mm-hmm. Which explains why Tycoon is how he is. We didn't see Nago that long, but it kind of explains why she was like she was for the half an episode we saw her before she came back. And I guess that explains why Buffa is just chill until he gets his stuff back, and then he's just like, Keats!
I will kill you!
Just within a second of getting it back, he's just like, must murder this man. But yeah, I guess we'll move on to Hibiki this week. It is 17 through 20. Notes are once more on the short side because not a whole lot happens. I feel like, but we'll get to it. Any thoughts going in?
Nah.
Alright, we'll kick off with episode 17, A Targeted Town. So we pick up with Asuna at school. He's talking to Akira about, taking notes for her, what she's missing, and other stuff. And Hitomi sees this and more or less gets the wrong idea of, oh no, guy I probably like to some degree is talking to another girl very friendly. Oh no. Except Akira is the adult in this situation and immediately goes to Hitomi later that day and is just like, no, this is what happened. This is the whole deal. And it's just problem solved within 5 seconds. I was kind of expecting this to be a thing for several episodes.
I'm glad it's not.
Same. Because, good lord, do I not want to see the two of them bicker over Asuna for no good reason. Because we know his relationship with both of them is very different. I just don't want to see that. I'm good. I don't want to see some love triangle bullshit here.
I mean, we don't need it.
Mm-hmm. But, we also see that the Bakabao are in town. Two of them have a big monster that they're feeding people to that they kidnap. We also check in with Hibiki. He's training a fire sword technique. He turns one of his drumsticks into a big fire sword, and it slashes some pipes. Midori is helping him with this technique because it's a bit too strong for his current drumsticks, so they're trying to find the right materials and all that to get it to work right. I also don't understand what half her equipment is doing there. Because I'm pretty sure one of them is an oscilloscope, and I don't know what she's measuring with an oscilloscope. But we head back in town. Hibiki is in town with Kasumi to help him pick clothes because he doesn't know what he's doing and is asking her for help. And it goes about as well as you'd expect. So, yay. We also have Todoroki checking in, filling out paperwork to get the car and all sorts of the other materials from Zanki. And the boss asks him about him and Hanaka, since Hanaka has a thing for Todoroki, and he's like, I have no idea what you're talking about, bye. But catching up with Hibiki and Kasumi, they spot the Bakamau and start hunting it. They call on Akira, who leaves school, goes to where, I guess, her and Hibiki live? Not leave, live. Because I guess they live together. I guess. Does Akira not have parents?
That's a good question.
But is Hibiki technically her legal guardian? Because, like, she went. I think Hibiki says, "Go home, grab my trumpet and stuff, and meet us." So, like, is he technically her legal guardian? I don't know if the show ever addresses that. But yeah, she picks up the trumpet and more animal discs to assist them, and then proceeds to be run around town trying to meet up with them several times over this episode and next episode, and she puts in a lot of work this week. But after she leaves, Asuma talks to Domi and tries to cover for Akira's absence to be like, oh, she's in a club thing that needed her today, immediately. It's fine. It's nothing you need to worry about at all. Please don't look into this. Even though your cousin is also in the same organization. But Hibiki's also called in to help since he's wrapped up his training thing. We see Hibiki fight the Doji and the Hime. He takes him out easily, but then the monster sends out its literal stomach to fight him and starts spewing acid and stuff, and it proves a problem, and that's where the episode ends. Take us to 18, Unbroken Hurricane. Hibiki's left injured from all the acid and stuff, and the monster retreats. They figure out that between the boss and other intel they have, that this monster can be 1 in 3 locations in town. So Hibiki and Kazumi start checking off locations as Akira tries to catch up with them. And by the time she's en route to the second one, she actually crossed paths with our big bad guy person with the stick and stuff that makes monsters. And its presence knocks her out. I don't understand what it did. Does it let off a bad sound wave? I take the silence as you don't know either.
Yeah, I don't know.
But she gets knocked out. She gets woken up by some random person later. This causes Hibiki and Kazumi to lose contact with her, but he's like, I've got faith in her, she'll show up. Meanwhile, Asuma gets roped into Tachibana's to help out, because they can use the extra help. We catch up Hibiki at the last location. He fights the stomach and stuff. It sprays acid. It about hit and kills him. But then Hibiki shows up with his trumpet like, hey, Akira got here. And she's crashed out in the van with a cup of tea because she's had a long day. But they fight it off. Hibiki goes in after the monster after it tries to retreat, blows it up. Everybody heads to Tachibana to celebrate, and that's the 2 episodes. How'd you feel about them?
I mean, feels better that we actually, got something out of this one.
Yeah. It feels like the show's got traction now because it's stopped focusing on Asuma too much and it started focusing on all of our Oni stuff. And now Asuma is transitioning into just being a part of the crew. It's now not these 2 separate things happening at the same time. They're more interconnected now.
Which is good.
I don't like that it took 18 episodes to get there.
No.
But it feels like the show has traction now. It's got its feet under it and it's going somewhere. I know where it's going though, and I don't like where it's going. It's not the show's fault, mind you, but we'll get there.
It's not the show's fault, but it is.
It's, I'm sure, a complicated thing, but it definitely feels like the show got kneecapped in the process of it. But anything else before we hit the second half?
No.
Alright then, episode 19, Strumming Warrior. We get a montage of Todoroki taking out a bunch of enemy crabs because it's enemy crab season. Therefore, he's got to take them all out because that's his job. After the last one, we see him do a little song thing at the spot, and it gets recorded in his report. Meanwhile, Hibiki's practicing to ride a bike with a dirt bike. Okay? Like, if you were any other rider for like the next 30 years, that would be fine, but that's not what your bike's going to end up being, so that probably doesn't help.
Yeah, but the good thing is it ought to be easier to fix this one if he wrecks it.
Yeah.
Which he does.
Yeah, but he's wrecked it to save a small puppy who is adorable. And I like that it just hangs out with him for like the rest of the episode. Because they're like, I guess we're just adopting this dog because we don't know where it came from, so you're coming with us. But we then check in with Hibiki and Akira. They're dropping off their report for the week, I guess. And boss tells them to be careful because guy you ran into is going to be a problem, and all the other stuff. We see that Asuma's going to be working part-time, and it's his first day at Tachibana's. Hibiki also calls in and tells Asuma, hey, good luck! Todoroki then drops by, gives his report, and that's where he runs into Hitomi at the shop, and that's where everyone else finds out, oh, you 2 are cousins! Great! That's gonna make things complicated, but it's fine. The boss sees Todoroki's like post-battle little performance thing and is very confused by it. But we also see when he heads out to fight another enemy crab, he just takes the crate of the disc animals, dumps them out on the floor, and then brings them to life for them to go do stuff. Like, why? Can't you just open it up, put it down, and then bring them out? Why do you have to dump them all on the floor?
I mean, yeah. Yeah.
But, Zanki drops by, talks to the boss about transitioning to a trainer, and he also gets to hear about the report and stuff, and that's kind of where the episode ends, as Todoroki's fighting another crab. Which takes us to episode 20, The Pure Sound. Todoroki takes out the enemy crab, and I guess he has to show off a bit because he decides to jam the guitar into the crab, like normal, but then bench press the crab so that the guitar is now over his shoulder, and he is strumming the guitar one-handed while holding up the crab on one shoulder. that feels unnecessary. Like 1000% unnecessary. Unless he just wanted to get his workout routine in. But at this point, Hibiki decides to check in with Storky because they're in the area. Zaki will as well because of the report stuff. We see Asuma working. He accidentally drops some dishes, break them, but everyone's like, it's fine. And then the boss is like, hey, come downstairs, check out the office so you know where we are when we're busy with the other part of the job.
So you know where we're at when you eventually join us.
Pretty much. Look, working here is just a front for all of us. Eventually, you start work down here. At some point. It's just how it is. But we eventually catch up with Zaki and Todoroki. They talk about the after battle thing. And Todoroki does it to clear the air of like the battle and stuff. Like, put out some good vibes, essentially, which, you know what, that's fine. He gets a little too into it, but you know what, that worked. 1 second. I wouldn't stop beating my door down. Had to finally get up and let him out. But yeah, the Todoroki does that because it's just his thing, and he's trying to do stuff his way, because that's what Zaki told him to do, so it's whatever. But eventually everybody gathers up. Todoroki finds out where the enemy crab is, and when he goes there to fight it, except Hibiki gets the call of like, by the way, he's not fighting an enemy crab, he's fighting a flying enemy crab, by the way. You might want to go help him. So Hibiki tags in, helps, grounds the thing. Zaki tosses Todoroki his guitar that got knocked out of his hand. Todoroki kills it, and Zaki encourages him to do the post-battle thing. So he does. And also we find out that Zaki's going to be Todoroki's assistant to help him out, which he probably needed from what we've seen.
Definitely need.
And that is the episode. So how'd you feel about the second half?
Again, the fact that the show's finally found its footing, I'm like, yes.
Mm-hmm.
Why couldn't we have had this all this time?
Yeah, it's good episodes. I feel like I'm enjoying Hibiki now. Feels like I don't feel the need to skip through parts of it. But yeah, I guess anything else? I can't think really anything else from these episodes.
I can't think of nothing.
Yeah. 30 minutes, we're in and out.
Pretty much, yeah.
So yeah, that's the episodes. I guess next week we're keeping going with Hibiki. We'll get through all the show, maybe.
Possibly.
But I believe definitively tomorrow, I think I'll do like a morning noon stream of Pokemon Violet. I'll probably just tweet out like when I'm gonna go live, since I don't know when I'll get up tomorrow. So you decided on a day for Dread Brando?
I might try to aim for Wednesday, but I can't guarantee that.
Okay. But yeah, that'll be up in the air, but definitively Thursday we'll continue definitely with more Pokemon Violet. Friday will be Dora's Mask. I don't know why I dropped on that one, because it's the Saturday one. The Saturday one's the one we're still trying to figure out.
It'll be some kind of co-op something.
Mm-hmm.
I kind of want to lean towards doing the Odyssey multiplayer one, but I can't.
Yeah, that'll be Saturday. And then next Sunday is us continuing Hibiki. So if you like what you're seeing, folks, drop a follow. Really appreciate it. Chip away that really go at TGSon on Twitter. Get you updates on life. Point Discord chat, Discord link. Drop by, say hi. See you tomorrow, folks.